Hi everyone. Okay, so make your way to a seated position. You can either do this on the floor or on a chair. And if you're doing this at your desk, it's probably best to do it on a chair and not on the floor. And all you need for today's class is maybe a strap, a belt, something like a scarf that has a kind of, that can hold tension. And we'll need that in a bit. So just place that to one side. So feel free to pause the video and grab what you need and then come back and start. Okay, and then place your hands onto your lap for me. Take your shoulders away from your ears and then lengthen your spine and extend the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. If you're on a chair, push your feet into the mat, and if you're sitting down, push your bum into the mat so you create some engagement and connection to your muscles. From here, take an inhale and allow your belly to expand. Allow your ribcage to open up. And then exhale, take your belly button to your spine, ribcage towards your hips. Take an inhale again. And exhale, just soften your jaw, release any tightness that's there. And as you breathe, start to connect with what's going on within your body. Become aware of any sensations you're feeling. Any niggles that might be residing there, any stresses and strain that can just occur from everyday life. And take an inhale here for me. And then as you exhale, maybe take your chin to your chest. Become aware of what you're feeling at the back of your neck, traveling down your spine. Release your shoulders away from your ears. And then inhale, look up, and take your right ear to your right shoulder. Maybe release both shoulders down a little bit more. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, take your gaze all the way up towards the ceiling. Option to have your eyes closed or keep them open. And then inhale here, and then exhale, take your left ear to your left shoulder. Again, release both shoulders down. This one's pushing them away from you. Inhale here and then exhale, chin to chest. Do it one more time in this direction. Take an inhale and then exhale, right ear to right shoulder. And if you want to spend a little bit more time on a certain side spot, then do so. Inhale and then exhale, take your gaze up. Inhale here, and then exhale, take your left ear to your left shoulder. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. Let's take it to the other side. Take an inhale again, and then exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, exhale, gaze up for me. Take an inhale and then exhale, right ear, right shoulder. And as you're doing this, just check that you're not dropping into your low back. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. So one more time. Take an inhale, exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, exhale, gaze up for me. Take an inhale, exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. Take your fingertips to the back of your head for me. Just place them lightly and then open your elbows out wide. And then as you inhale, take your gaze ahead and push your head into your fingertips and your fingertips into your head. And then exhale, chin to chest. Lift up, gaze ahead. Push your head into your hands into your head. And then lower back down. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, lift up. Create that resistance between your hand and your head. And then chin to chest. Lift up, gaze ahead, and then release your hands and take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and your right hand behind you. You can place it to the back of your chair, lengthen your spine, then twist a little bit to the right. And allow your twist to come from your spine and not your hips. Getting into spinal rotation. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, twist to the left for me. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Come back to center. And take it again to the right. Lift and twist. And you may find that you have sort of more rotation on one side than the other. So the side that you're feeling slightly tighter on, you can spend more time there if you want to, but try not to force it to sort of match the more flexible side. And then come back to center and take it to the other side, lengthen and twist. Perfect. And then come back to center for me. And we're just going to come into a bit of cat-cow into our back. So hands on your knees, lengthen your spine, and then take an inhale and then arch your spine, take your chest up towards the ceiling, take your gaze all the way out. And then chin to chest, round your spine. And imagine you're trying to lean back, but use your hands on your knees for support. And then inhale, lift, arch, and take your chest up, gaze up. And again, chin to chest, round your spine. And if your work colleagues are looking at you as if you're being weird, get them to join you. And then one more, lift, arch, gaze up. Chin to chest, round your spine. And then come all the way back up to seated with a straight spine. Grab your chosen object. And if you are doing this on a chair, you have to sort of shift around a little bit so you don't hit the back of your chair. And then place your hands onto your strap. And then sort of bring your hands wider than shoulder distance. What you want is tension in the middle. Okay? Keep the spine long. And take your hands all the way down to your lap. From here, take an inhale, take your arms up. And then exhale, take your arms behind you. And here you may need to make an adjustment if you're feeling super tight. And as you do that, make sure you're not arching into your spine as well. And then lift up and bring your arms back down. If you are arching into your spine, again, widen your arms. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take your arms over. So we're going to just play around with a variation on this. And then come all the way back up to the ceiling and take your arms out in front. Okay. Take your arms to the left and rotate your chest to the left. So your strap is now on your left hip. Lift up and take your arms all the way behind. Mind the back of the chair. And onto your right hip. Lift up. And take your arms back to your left hip. Come back to center. And now take the strap to your right hip. Lift up and keep your spine tall and long as much as you can. Now take your arms all the way to your left hip. Back of my chair is getting in the way. Lift up. And take your hands up, so to the strap to the right hip. Come back to center. We're going to play around with it now. So, take your arms all the way up. Rotate to the right. And then take your arms behind you, taking the strap to your left hip. Come back to center. Take the strap to your right hip. Lift up and over. Strap to your left hip. Take your arms up. Take your chest to the center. Now to the right. And then take your arms behind and take your strap to your left hip. Lift up. Come back to center. Take your strap to your right hip. So you can just play around with this as much as you want. Lift your arms up, come back to center, and take your strap to your right hip. There is no right or wrong way. You do what works for you and your body. So you can follow me, or you can sort of play around with your own little variation. Come back to center and take your arms all the way behind. Good. Take your arms to your left hip, so the strap to your left hip. Come back to center, strap to your right hip. back to center, lift up, arms to the front. Twist towards the left, come up, come back to center, twist to the right, and then bring your strap to your right hip. Come up, come back to center, take your arms behind you. Good. And then lift all the way up, and then take your hands down in front. Brilliant. And just release your shoulders from you. Your shoulders can get fatigued very quickly. And then place your strip your strap to one side. Do this for as long as you need to, and just play around with the variation. Have some fun with it. Okay. And then from here, just take your arms out in line with your shoulders for me. And then take your left arm underneath your right. Bend your elbows. And you can give yourself a hug here, if this was okay for you, especially if you're tight in your shoulders. Or you can take your left fingertips to the back of your right hand, or your left fingertips to the palm of your right hand. And then from here, I'm going to face you from the side so you can see what's going on. Take your elbows away from your chest and just breathe into the back of your shoulder blades for me. Keep your spine as long as possible. Keep your core engaged. And then release. Hands back down, shoulders up to your ears. And then roll them away. We take it to the other side, so take your arms out in line with your shoulders. This time take your right underneath your left. Take your hands where they feel comfortable. Each side will be different, so you work with the difference, not against it. Elbows in line with your chest. And then take your elbows away from your chest, creating space between your shoulder blades again. Breathing here. And then slowly release. Perfect. From here, lengthen your spine. Take an inhale, roll your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Take an inhale and an exhale. And we're done. Thank you.